What's up, guys? It is Nick back here with another video. Today we are going to talk about customer service and how to deal with customers when something doesn't go right. And I'm just kind of going to talk a little bit, kind of like some etiquette kind of things, but also just how I handle customer service issues that pop up. And I'm gonna kind of provide a few like tips and ideas on how you guys could maybe do your customer service or like improve it. So starting off, on my website, I don't really offer returns. I have it stated that I don't do returns, but I have gotten a good handful of people that either just message me saying they're not happy with the product, it doesn't fit, or they want to return. And there's many different like scenarios that pop up. Usually when I get these messages, even though I stated that I don't do returns, I message them saying, like, right here it says to double check items before you buy them to see if there's any stains. By the way, if you guys don't know what I do, I sell vintage clothing. So I buy used clothing and resell it. So I state that, like, to double check the pictures to see if there's any flaws on some of the items, because sometimes, like, it's impossible to get, like, I buy stuff that people donate or stuff that people do not want at garage sales, thrift stores, and usually people donate stuff because there's stains on them for a good majority of the time. So sometimes there's just stains on stuff. I try to get them out, but besides the point, I message to like double check images for any stains or rips or anything, even though I try to avoid it. I also state, I state all the measurements. Even though I say the size, I tell people to check their measurements because sometimes they can be a little wonky. I think those are the main two things. I also say I don't do returns, but I still get those messages. And what I usually do is I'll message them back saying, like, this is where it's stated. This is, like, technically I'm not supposed to do this, but this is what I can offer. And if they want to return something and the reason is kind of dumb, like they want to return it because, let's say there was like a stain on it, like a small little stain. If there's like a big problem with an item, I will mention it. If it's a tiny little stain or in a spot, let's say it's on a pant and it's like right by the ankle, a small little stain, like that's not going to be something that's going to be life-changing on the pant. If it was a big stain right on the crotch area and it's noticeable, obviously like that's something. But if it's some little small thing that someone wants to return an item for, I usually tell them these are our policies. We do not offer returns. It's stated on our website. We tell you to double check your items, but we want our customers to be happy, and I usually give them like a 10% off discount on their next purchase. That is like the very light end of things, because if someone buys something from our website, I don't want them to get mad and to not come back. If they don't like the item enough, what is going on here? Okay. If they don't like the item enough or like the flaw enough to message me, go out of their way and message me, clearly they care about it. So I want to make sure I give that attention and to like acknowledge it, to explain to them our policies, and then give them something to try to keep that trust. I don't want people to be mad over a small little stain or rip or something. Now, if there's something that someone messages me about an item and it's either my fault or it's something I didn't notice in an item. Let's say there was like an armpit rip on a sweatshirt or t-shirt and I didn't notice it. Then I will, if they want to return it, I usually set up a return. I'll pay for a label for them, or I'll give them half of a refund if they want to try to like fix it, or a full refund, kind of just depending on the severity of the problem they're having. Even though, again, I state I do not do returns or anything, if someone's gonna message you about something on an item, on an order, you want to give that attention. They care about it, so you want to show that you care too. Adding on to that, so for my website, I offer free shipping, which is a good thing to have. I mark my items up so I have free shipping, so it kind of is accounted for, but it kind of screws me over a little bit on returns or exchanges, because what a lot of people will do, or what you should do if you have your own business, is if you charge shipping, let's say $10, let's say you charge shipping $10 on like a t-shirt or an item, right? But that shirt might only cost you $5 or $6 to ship. So you're profiting off someone paying for shipping. You're profiting $4 or $5 off shipping. So then if someone decides to return an item, you can, you don't really want, some companies have people pay for a shipping label back, but I say if you charge for shipping, profit off it, give them a free label to ship it back, which might cost you $5, $6 again. So you're about even or in the hole $1 or $2. But then if they buy something again, then you're getting that profit back. So if you charge for shipping, I would try to make sure you are kind of profiting off shipping a little bit. And then, so then you can actually like do that free shipping back. And then if they buy something, you profit off it again. That's just a kind of a tip for working returns. Cause for me, when I do free, oh my gosh, I don't even want to, this is a bad story. So I shipped something out to someone. It was the wrong item. I bought him a label to ship it back, and I didn't switch the addresses around. So the guy dropped it off and it got shipped back to his house again. And then I had to buy another label to ship it back. And then I had to buy a label to ship the right item out. So I was out like 4 shipping labels. It was all my fault, but that just goes to show like sometimes it's a good idea to charge for shipping or whatever. But I value having a happy customer over the money, because I know when I sell something else, I'm making a decent amount of money where it'll cover for the mistakes or the returns on the items. I'd rather have happy customers than, like, I think of it as if someone's willing to buy something from my website, from my company, my brand, I want them to feel like they are safe to continue buying in the future and without worry. Because buying online can be very difficult, especially in my industry of used items. It can be very difficult, and people's trust is hard to gain. And if they actually buy something, that means they trust you. So you want to keep that trust. Versus like it's easier. This is hard to explain. I'm not good with words. Like, imagine it like, let's say we're standing next to a cliff, and I'm standing on the edge of the cliff, and someone's standing right next to me, and they do a trust fall, and I catch them, right? That's them buying an item for the first time. And they want to return, they want something's wrong, and I help them. They are going to trust me to catch them the next time, right? That keeping that trust after that first time is a lot easier than convincing someone to fall and say, "Oh yeah, I'll catch you," because they don't know me. They don't know if I'm actually going to catch them, pull my hands away, whatever it is. So it's easier to take, like, when someone trusts you that first time and you catch them or you take care of them, it is a lot easier for them to continue falling and you keep catching them. So I think that kind of explains it well. You want to, at the end of the day, at the end of all that, whatever, you want to take care of your customers. No matter if you're losing a few dollars, you'll always get it back in the future. So any customer you guys get, please take care of them. It is a lot easier to keep customers that put trust in you first than trying to get new customers to trust you. And in the long run, that will be a lot better for you. I think that's kind of it. Is just like when a customer has a problem, just do your best to try to work with them and think about it. You need to hop in their shoes. Like if something, like if you bought, let's say something and it wasn't what you wanted, what would you want to do? Would you want your money back? Would you just, like, is it not that big of a deal where you could just accept a coupon or a discount or a partial refund? Like, think of what you would want. Don't always just like, oh yeah, full refund. If it's not something horrible, like think about it from your perspective. If it's not the end of the world, you can talk to them and work something out. But hopefully I didn't have too many examples. It was kind of just that one main point, along with working with refunds and stuff. I don't know. I always just do these videos off the top of my head, so I have no idea if this helps anyone or anything. I just wanted to rant about this. So if you guys are still watching, thank you. We'll catch you in the next video. Peace.